and welcome back to the Gluten-Free Guru channel. My name is Tanya and today we are going to be making a crispy Chinese style chicken known as Chicken Soo Guy. So I also want to point out that I have some grease stains on me, but don't let that distract you. So for this recipe, we're going to use 2 chicken breasts. It's about 1.25 pounds. And for the chicken batter itself, we're going to use sesame seed oil, gluten-free flour, 1 egg, baking powder, salt and pepper to taste, and cornstarch. For the sauce, you will also be needing the cornstarch as well as tamari sauce, which is a gluten-free soy sauce, oyster sauce, and chicken stock. Okay, first to get started, we are going to cut our chicken in half so that way it's thinner, like so. And then we are going to smash it a little thinner. Notice that I'm just using the flat side. All right. Now we're going to get a flat bowl and add our ingredients to it. Okay, first add your egg. Whisk that up. Now we're going to add our dry ingredients. So a tablespoon of baking powder. Next, a 1/2 cup of your gluten-free flour. Make sure that it has xanthan gum mixed in it. If not, you can always add a 2nd egg. 1/3 cup of cornstarch. Salt. And a bit of pepper, if you like. Now we're going to whisk it up again. And it's going to need some water. We'll start with 1/3 cup. And maybe about another tablespoon. You want to make sure not to add too much water because you want it to be thick, especially since we're going to be adding our sesame seed oil to it. So once the clumps are mostly gone, add a tablespoon of sesame seed oil and whisk it up again until it's nice and smooth. Probably needs another tablespoon of water. Nice and thick. Okay, now we're going to put some vegetable oil into a deep setting pan because it will splatter, and then we will start coating our chicken. We're going to set our temperature to medium-high and add enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan, like so. While your oil is heating up, we can start making the sauce. So first, you want to get a saucepan and have 1 cup of water. Add your cup of water to it and turn on your heat to high. Next, add your chicken bouillon as the package says. So for us, it says 2 teaspoons per 1 cup. If you already have chicken stock, then you don't need to add anything to it. That looks like about right. Mix that in. And it will dissolve once it starts boiling. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of tamari sauce and 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. 2. And we will be adding a tablespoon, not accurately measured, clearly, into that mixture of cornstarch. Stir it good so that there's no clumps. And this will help the sauce thicken. Depending how thick you like your sauce, you can always add another teaspoon. I think I like my sauce a little thicker. Add a bit more. Here we go, clump free. Our broth is already boiling, so let's just make sure all the bouillon is dissolved. And then we can add our cornstarch mixture while mixing at the same time, so that way it doesn't clump and cook. Again, if you have a whisk, it's best to use in this situation. And you should immediately start to feel it get thicker. And at this point you can taste it. We used low sodium tamari, so it might need a little extra salt. And turn the heat to low once it's at your desired thickness, just to keep it hot while we cook the chicken. All right, now back to the chicken. Okay, your oil should be hot by now. So, dip your chicken into the batter. Don't be afraid to use your fingers. It should stick to it quite well because of how thick it is. It should also stick to your fingers. Very fun. Careful not to splash yourself. Make sure it's coated all around. Okay, let's do a little check. You want them to be a nice dark brown on the bottom, which they need a little bit longer. If your oil is splattering, you can always lower the temperature. We put it down to 3, and let's do a check to see if they are ready to flip. You want them to be like that nice brown color. If you have a meat thermometer, you want the internal temperature to be 165. So take one of your fattest ones, stab a hole, and have a look. All right, let's check the temperature one more time. All right, well over 165. So let's go ahead and take them out. Now what you want to do to cut them is you want to kind of go down really quickly so that way the breading doesn't break off. But if it does, it doesn't matter too much because the taste will still be there. And there you have it, Chicken Soo Guy. Just remember to add your sauce. And there you have it, Chicken Soo Guy. Bon appetit! Very good. Thank you for watching this week's episode of The Gluten-Free Guru. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see more, be sure to hit subscribe. Thank you. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of tamari sauce.